Today's tropical weather update is brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Service channel. I'm Shissa Humphreys here to bring you your tropical weather outlook for today, August 20th, 2025. Taking a look at our graphic, we still have Hurricane Erin out in the northern Atlantic, just to the north of the Bahamas. However, we want to draw your attention closer to two areas of disturbed weather out in the eastern Atlantic. We have a tropical wave right now that has a 10% chance of development in the next 2 days, and within the next 7 days it has a 60% chance or moderate chance of development as it approaches this hatched region here in orange. This is just to the north of the Leeward Islands. So because we are in the same area as this development region, we are closely monitoring this disturbance. It is currently 1,200 miles to the east of the Leeward Islands, and it's moving to the northwest. Now, if we take a look further to the east, we have AL99 that is an invest system at this time because it is in a favorable region for development and has a 40% chance of development in the next 2 to 7 days, as it is 2,300 miles just to the east of the Leeward Islands, so it's still quite far away from us, and models are currently showing at this time a little bit of disagreement in terms of the development of this system as it moves further on to the west. So we are currently monitoring it to see exactly how it will develop in the next week or so. If we take a closer look at our satellite image, here we see Hurricane Erin still has a broad cloud field just to the north of the Bahamas, and over us we are having some dry air or some Saharan dust over us in the region, and very low chance of showers for today due to this dry region. And those of you with sinus problems or very sensitive to dust, be mindful of Saharan dust for today. As this area of disturbed weather further to the east of us, this first area moves further on over the week, tomorrow into Friday, we could experience an increase in the chances of showers and possible thunderstorms into Friday. However, interaction with the dust may limit its development. And further on off the coast of Africa, we have AL99, and we see that it is a little bit more developed than this first disturbance, so we're still monitoring both of these systems. If we take a closer look at this first disturbance, we see that throughout the morning it has developed a little bit more cloud and thunderstorm activity. We see these blow-ups, these brighter colors indicative of thunderstorm activity as it continues to develop and move further on to the northwest. However, we're not expecting it to develop into a tropical depression or tropical storm before it reaches to the north of us. We're still currently monitoring to see exactly what the models and what the environment will be when it comes to this system. So in terms of the environment, because we're in this area of dry air and Saharan dust, we are still seeing that this disturbance can interact with the dry air, causing it to weaken a bit as it approaches the area. However, we're expecting the Saharan dust to move out of our area by Thursday. So by Friday, we'll have a better look to see exactly how much rainfall we'll be able to get from this system. And also for AL99, you see it's not in a region of very dry air, so it could have a short-term chance of development. However, conditions further on later throughout the next week might not be as conducive for further development of that system. So taking a brief look at Hurricane Erin, it's currently a Category 2 storm with winds of 100 miles per hour. We see that North Carolina, Bermuda, and some regions on this eastern coast of the US have tropical storm watches and warnings in place, as Hurricane Erin is expected to become a little bit larger in terms of tropical storm force wind area that could affect these regions. However, in terms of hurricane conditions, is expected to be confined to this area as it moves further on to the north over the Atlantic. So, taking a look at our 2025 storm names, Erin is still currently out in the Atlantic. However, these two systems out that we are monitoring could become either Ferdinand or Gabrielle if they develop in the future. So be on the lookout for these names if they pop up later on within the week or next week. And remember, we're approaching the peak of the hurricane season, so we'd like to remind everyone to remain vigilant and stay prepared and continue to monitor it us, as we still have a few more months to go of the hurricane season. Remember, if you have any fun weather pics or videos that you want to send to us, remember to send it to abmsiwatch@gmail.com so we can share on the social media pages any of these pictures or videos that you have. And remember to keep up with us on our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram channels at Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Service, and check out our hotline on our website for more information. Remember to stay vigilant and stay ready for the rest of the hurricane season. I'm Trisha Humphreys, and have a good rest of your day.
Today's tropical weather update has been brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.